Hello, this is Bobby at Copel TV Repair with yet another video I've returned through eBay of an eeprom that the sender claims is not working. They open a request returning the eeprom, even though there is a very clear statement, like with all NAND flash memories, that once it is soldered on the board, it cannot be returned. There are several reasons I'm making this video. The eeprom first was for either M421VT or E422VA. Both boards, as documented in many other videos before, look practically identical. They are based on the same PCB, and just the components on them determine whether this is the LCD version E422VA or the LED version M421VT. There are some other minor differences. The two boards are not compatible, but both of them would work on the same TV with some visual differences that make them incompatible, but make it quite all right for the purpose of testing. Now, this customer has bought both eeproms when they did buy, and they're returning one of them, saying that it doesn't work. I have absolutely no idea what I'm going to find inside that box. Unfortunately, that's how they decide to package it. And of course, there can always be suspicion that I have already opened it and replaced the eeprom inside, etc., etc. Unfortunately, this is not something that I'll be able to prove. But this is for them as well as for anyone else who is looking at. Personally, I think that they just bought both of them, not being sure which one of them they needed, because probably they had the model of the board and listings may have been listing both of them for the same board. I don't really know what their reason was, but I do know that this was tested and was functional. The label, our warning label, is missing here. And there is just a small portion of it barely seen, was programmed. It may be further inside in the box. I want to see what's in the package. And this is how we protect them. Now let me see how this looks. Let me put it on a table here just to examine it. Sure enough, that was soldered. It should be dirty on the back, just very slightly on the edge, but I can tell by how shiny those are, and you can see how uneven is the coloring on the back, and the little haze at the top of the legs tells me this has been soldered. I cannot be sure that this is the original eeprom that we sent. By physical shape alone, it has been cleaned, but you can still see some leftovers at the edges, telling me that this has been used. Nevertheless, I'm going to put it in to see what does it do. Let's see, we have an eeprom inside. Let's put that, and same thing. I just want to show that it is the same because I moved my hand out of the focus for a moment. You can see hopefully the same marks. Now let's see where the dot is. Top, bottom right, bottom right. There you go. My camera skills are not very good for making proofs. I do understand that, and hopefully this is not a trial. And I just want to see what is happening. Okay, let's make sure that this is connected to power. Plugging it in. Yeah, it was disconnected. So plugging it in, and we're expecting this to start flashing. Let's see if the processor is warm. The processor is getting warm. Okay, so there are several possibilities. This may not be the eeprom that was sent, which is the one that was in the TV. Or, let me see the type. Yeah, it looks right. Or there may be short somewhere on those pins. This haze that you're seeing can mean the leg shorted. I gotta inspect it under microscope. This has happened before. Like those two. Or they may be just uneven enough to a point where they don't make a good contact. Like, I'm looking above the camera now, that's why I'm closer to my eyes. I'm gonna try once more, just for the sake of it, because I know we test everything. Okay, and again. Nope, it's not even warm now. No, it is warming up. It is warming up, but it's not starting. Okay, we will inspect it. We'll see what's written on it. But just based on the condition alone, physical condition alone, I would not take it. Oh no, look. I myself did not expect that, but it did start flashing. So it took a long time. It may be taking even longer to complete initialization, but I'm going to be waiting for it. I mean, that's why I'm making this video after all. I see that it's taken 7 minutes. I'm so sorry this is so long. I don't know if I will edit it afterwards. I don't like spending time editing videos. But apparently it did start. So let's see what it's going to show, because it may turn out that it is actually good, and it was just chips that have been soldered. They have uneven legs. They have solder left on the back of the legs, and oftentimes that presents a problem when you put them in a socket, because even a little bit of solder on one of the legs can lift that area and make the legs that are next to it not make a good contact with the copper. Okay, stop that. Let's try and turn it on. Power. Okay, it flipped on. Let's see if we have backlight. We have backlight. Forgot the... Sorry. Okay, don't do that at home. It's not a good idea to connect video while the board is working, but this is a professional here, and I can afford to. It's not surprised that I don't have image. There it is. And it is messed up because this must be... I gotta see what it is. It's the different type than our TV. Our TV is E421, E422VA. And this is M421VT. I'm gonna put the paper in a minute. I just want to see where I have HDMI. Let's see, where is the HDMI connected? HDMI 1 and power. This board may not have HDMI functional. Yeah, that's right. But that doesn't really matter. Let's see what the board is. Again, the image quality is bad because this is the board for the other type of TV, not the one that we have here. And this can be seen. I'm choosing system information. This is an eeprom for E422VA, and if this board is M421, let's see what are they sending back. Nope, not this. Where was it? Yep, they're sending a different eeprom back. This is M421VT. It's supposed to be M421VT. They are returning E422VA, or at least that is how it identifies itself. Again, I'm not so much bothered by the bad image. This is normal. When you have a different type, apparently it is working up. It has been used, but it's still functional. I cannot count this as a defective eeprom, and I cannot sponsor shipping it back and forth and somebody experimenting with it. Feel free to respond to that. Feel free to ask me technical questions about it. I'm a little unsure because I just picked that up. Literally, I was searching for it because eBay was sending me messages that we have to address that today or they will force a refund. My mind is elsewhere, but if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. This is what I had to show. Thanks.